graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
You know, I've been from one side of this fandom to the other. In all that time, I have seen a lot of things. Above all that, there is one thing I am absolutely certain of. I am the villain of this story. You know what time it is, Valhalla? Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki, and a big good morning out there to everyone. Good morning, Chris Persia. Good morning, Samantha Joe and Purple Valkyrie. The Valkyries are here, ladies and gentlemen. Mary's Game Room. Good morning, YTO, Yodam Darkstar, Dave Bob, my brother from another mother, the Rooster in the Hen House. Dave Bob, good morning, brother. A day outlaw. Good morning, the Doctor of Disaster and Destruction, a day outlaw. Chris Persia, the Wrench of Wrenches, is here. Lady Miss, the Guardian of the Void, is here. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, Lady Miss. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone out there is having a great morning. I know my co-host for this morning is not. Her power was out this morning. No way to broadcast. Big shout out to Eris of Chaos, the Battle Angel. She will not be with us this morning as the weather has thrown a wrench into everything. Apparently, you know, a week's worth of warning is not enough time in Texas to prepare for snow. Obviously, it's not. I'm from the South. I know. I lived in Houston for 25 years. And in all that time, it was never ready for snow. Ever. So, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to everyone out there. So many people from so many different time zones. Thank you all so very much for being here. Yes, we're going to talk about Batwahman. But before we get to that, a very, very special shout out to a very, very special member of Valhalla, Starry-Eyed Girl. Happy birthday, Starry-Eyed Girl. I hope that whatever you wish for comes true today on the most wonderful day of your birthday. Happy birthday, Starry-Eyed Girl. We hope you have a good one. If there's anything you need today, you let Valhalla know. Happy birthday and good afternoon, Starry-Eyed Girl. So, yeah, Captain Spire, Texas folk never expect the snow. Inquisition. No, they don't. They could have a week's worth of warning and it'll come down in a flurry. And yeah, then no, it's not ready. It's not ready. No matter what, they'll never be ready. Loki, there being so many representatives across the world, that only proves to show that your show is internationally accepted. Thank you so much, Chris Persia, for saying that. Thank you, brother. The wrench of wrenches. Chris Persia, thank you. The Snowquisition. Larry. Yeah, the Snowquisition. And I tell you what, we need something because this episode of Batwoman, I've never seen anything like it. I can give it that. I've never seen anything like it because when a show tells you that only white kids are worth having a hero save them, I'm shocked. I'm absolutely positively shocked. I don't know what I was expecting this morning. Snake bite. Yeah, we did get some snake bite, and we'll discuss that here in a few. But what I want to get to really quick, the description for this show, the original description: Kate came armed with a passion for social justice. Armed with a passion for social justice and a flair for speaking her mind, soars onto the streets of Gotham. An out lesbian and highly trained fighter, primed to snuff out the failing city's criminal resurgence. But don't call her a hero. In a city desperate for a savior, Kate must overcome her own demons before embracing the goal to be Gotham's symbol of hope. Snakebite. Honestly, I think this is all a high. I think someone's high on their own supply and they're writing this shit. And this is what we get. Only white kids are worth saving. Superheroes do not rescue anyone but white children. Have you ever heard that before? I did this morning watching this shit. I did this morning watching this. That's what I saw this morning. That's what I heard this morning. That superheroes only save little white kids. That only little white kids' faces go on milk cartons. That only search teams look for little white kids. That only white people are noticed by superheroes. I shit you not. That's what was in this latest episode. Only little white kids get saved. Only white people get saved. Only whites are looked for by search parties. It's not just terrible writing. It's not just terrible writing. It's the echo chamber these people live in. It's the echo chamber these people live in. It's propaganda. It is brainwashing on the highest level. And it's funny because this episode is supposed to be about brainwashing. This episode is supposed to be about breaking people down. And that's exactly what they're doing. Breaking people down to the color of their skin. They are breaking people down to the color of their skin. They are segregating people and putting them in boxes. And it's sad. It's sad. It's really sad that they can't see that. We can see that. Isn't it funny how normal, everyday people who love their fandoms, we can see that, but they can't. The grumpy diabetic, they're disparaging and dehumanizing. I'm at a loss of words concerning their stupidity. Sitroom, it's not stupid. It's not stupid. This is a campaign to brainwash a new generation. This is a campaign to make people believe this horseshit. We all know superheroes, especially people like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, don't see people by the color of their skin. They don't see people by their monetary worth. They just see people. To convince you that they don't see past all that, to convince you that all they see is the color of people's skin. They can do that. They can convince you Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman can't see past the color of your skin. If they can convince you of that, then the age of superheroes is over. Psychodorf 9 with a $5 super chat. Thank you so very much, brother. And he says, I did not spend 2.5 years on a nuclear target to protect one race. Bullshit. A soldier fights for what's behind them. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so very much for saying that, because somebody needs to. Skull!
Spartans! What is your profession?
You guys keep the home fires burning bright in Valhalla. YTL, young people who grow up on this will say that. They will. They'll grow up on it and they'll see it. Colin P. Smith, to paraphrase a certain privileged white blonde actress, they just see people. Mexican Iron Man with a $9.99 super chat. I witnessed that who are people don't just save white people, heroes. Yeah. I mean, look at me, and Loki came and saved me from getting beat down by Lupita down by the river. El Valhalla is stunning and brave. Thank you so very much, Mexican Iron Man, for that $9.99 super chat. And Skull, brother.
Long live the fighters!
They can and will win unless confronted. I completely agree with you, brother, with equal fervor. I completely agree with you. How do you battle this? You stand up and you say that's not the way it is. You stand up and you shout it as loud as you can for as many people as you can. That's not the way it is. They want to convince you, and they want to convince other people that this is the way. It is not the way. It is the social justice warrior way. That's it. And do you know what social justice warriors care about? Absolutely nothing. The only thing they care about is themselves. They care about absolutely nothing. They don't reach out in the community. They don't help people in the community. They don't fight for people in the community unless you consider getting people canceled fighting for. All they care about is themselves. They don't want anything good coming out of pop culture. Because then they look like shit. This snake bite thing at the beginning of this episode is such a just a cover for what this episode is about. This episode is about ists, and it's the people writing them. It's the people writing this shit. It's not you. It's not me. It's not people out there working a 9 to 5, trying to get by, buying their kids comic books. It's about them. It's about their reflection. Colin P. Smith. Whoa! What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Ow! That guy named Steven Loki. Where is the timestamp on white people and heroes? I give me a minute and I will tell you. Go to around the 5-minute mark. Black male foster kid, Kevin Johnson. If that isn't a reason enough to have it buried. So basically, at the beginning of the episode, this little kid tells Batwahman that his brother's been missing for 3 months and nobody's looking for him because he's black. Nobody's looking for him because he's black. Just go to about the 5-minute mark and it starts there. That guy named Steven. In response, Batwahman starts going around talking to people about this because the reason why he's missing is because he's black, he's a juvenile, he's a foster kid. Those are, if that wasn't reason enough, no one cares. No one cares. And she's the only one who's going to care because heroes don't save black foster kids. I'm not kidding. I am not joking. That is not a joke. That is not me making things up. That is not me exaggerating anything. That's the way it is. Sorry, I hit my mic. Mexican Iron Man, no one's looking for him because he's black. Because, yeah. Yes. That's not enough to make you uncomfortable. I don't know what is. Those are her words. Yes, Chris Spurza. Wait. Didn't Kate Kane let terrorists off the hook last season because she was a lesbian and she wasn't white? And Pat S. They canceled Gina during a live stream raising over $35,000 for a charity to end human trafficking, not white person trafficking. How ironic. That's right. Would a ginger cat stuck up a tree get saved? Probably not in Hollywood, Colin. Not in Hollywood. Sagadorf 9, I see white firefighters. I see black doctors. I see Asian and Latino cops. Such horse hawkery. Yeah. Yes. It's horse shit. Just say it, Sagadorf 9. It's horse shit. It is. They almost did. They almost did. No, actually, towards the end of the episode, if I'm let me go back and make sure real quick. because they've got him with a whole bunch of buddies. I am pretty sure that, let's see here. I'm pretty sure they've got him in a gang at the end of the episode with a whole bunch of white guys. Not black gangster buddies, white gangster buddies. Trying to convince him to be a part of the gang. Saw the Peacock Punky Brewster sequel reboot. Nothing is sacred. What next? Oh, dude. It's all coming. It's all coming. Just wait. Anything that they can fuck with, they are going to remake. It is not, you have to understand something. It is not about remaking a show. It is not about making you remember something from your childhood. It is about tainting everything that came before. It is about twisting it and turning it and using it to their agenda. They know what they are doing. This is not, oh, this is ours now. We were led down the primrose path here, ladies and gentlemen. It is not, oh, well, we're going to remake it and we're going to remake it our way. No, they're doing this on purpose. They have an agenda, ladies and gentlemen. And the agenda is to twist and turn and taint anything that you held sacred as a child growing up, anything that you held onto, anything that inspired you to be a better person. They don't want you to be a better person. They want you to be a sheep. They want you in the sheeple. That's where they want you. Darth Maul, Loki, we all know Batwoman is getting a season 3 and 4. MCU is coming. Star Trek is lost in Star Wars. Agenda matters, and they'll burn their company down for that agenda. Agreed. But they're not going to have to worry about burning it down because they're backed. They're backed up on high by the Prince of Darkness. They will have the money to pull it out and stay afloat. They don't have to worry about burning their company down. That's what we didn't get. That's what we haven't been getting. Someone is going to bail out the BBC. Just wait. It's going to happen. The BBC will not go under. Why? Because they are spewing woke bullshit. It will be saved. They've been getting away with taxing the hell out of the populace. But that's not going to save it. No one wants more Doctor Who the way it is. They want Doctor Who to go away. They want it all to go away. But it's not going to go away. Star Trek isn't going to go away. They're just going to keep coming out with crap. How can CBS continue to fund something like this? Because it's being paid for. That's the beauty of streaming. You can put up anything you want. As long as it's paid for. You don't have to worry about it. The money can come from anywhere. Doesn't matter how many viewers you have. All that matters is the voice that's going out there. All that matters is the message that's being sent. All that matters is the color of the skin of the person sending it. That's the problem here, ladies and gentlemen. They will use the IPs. They will use the people. What do you think is going to happen when this ends? And all these people that have been jumping up and down, screaming woke green booby milk, what do you think is going to happen when this is done and this is over with? When they're done being used? Yeah, of course. They cannot rebuild you until they break you down. Sit room. That's right. That's right. Yeah, young Ryan and her ex never called the police after they escaped. She knew for years Jellybean Lady was kidnapping and did nothing, but it's GCPD's fault. Yes, it is, because they're colored kids. M626M, they're colored kids. So it's all the GCPD's fault. It's all the Crow's fault. So basically, it's a money laundering scheme, and since everyone in power in Hollywood is of the same hive mind, they will flow for the cause. They're going to get paid. Why do you think people are failing upwards in Hollywood? People are failing upwards in Hollywood because those movies are being paid for. The studios are getting their money. That's how they're still going. How many disasters has Hollywood had in the last couple of years? And it's all overlooked because of shit that's going on recently for the last year. Think about it. How many times has a studio gone under because of one or two bad movies? And they have had dozens and dozens of horrible movies lately. Keely Chow, AT&T owns half of the CW, and they're letting Viacom CBS get away with churning out SJW crap. And a $5 super chat from MB Geek. Let's talk. Fire Gina. 4 days later, she gets hired by one of the most visible conservatives, Ben the Man Shapiro. This is war, and this is Valhalla. We do not kneel. Thank you so very much for that $5 super chat, MB Geeks. Let's talk. And just for you, brother, Scope! James Andrew Morrison, the BBC will have to look about for funding as the British people are canceling their licenses at a rate of $75,000 a day, and the government won't step in as the BBC has attacked the Tories for years. BBC will get funding. Just wait. They can talk about canceling that stuff, but it's all about the message now. Follow the money. It's always about following the money. Follow the money. Psychodorf 9. Follow the money. It's that simple. You follow the money, and you'll get your answers. How are they paying for this? How are they paying for that? You know, when you find out that a movie like The Joker was not paid for by Warner Brothers, it had private investors, and it made $1 billion. And you know what Warner Brothers made back on that? They made back just about the cost of advertising. That's why they immediately wanted a sequel, because they wanted to pour their own money in and make part of that $1 billion investment. I mean, can you imagine one of those suits over at Warner Brothers saying, well, we're not going to invest in this movie. You're going to have to do private investing because we're not going to put anything in. We'll do the advertising like we always do. But that's all you're going to get out of us. Can you imagine that? And they don't make anything back on the movie. But they'll put time and money into Batwahman. They'll let them put time and money into Batwahman. We need a dragon to fry Hollywood, Larry. I agree. And there's a reason, isn't there? Because they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they are instigating. They know exactly what they have started. It is a pop culture war on every level. This show is one of the worst television shows I've ever seen in my life. Challenged only by perhaps the last season of Doctor Who. And this is what they want to inspire people. Lord Thoth, it is the worst TV show I've ever seen. Doctor Who's pretty bad. Batwoman, I think, is on that same level of bad. Indoctrination. Dave Bob. Indoctrination. It is indoctrination. White people don't save superheroes. Maybe I'm just stuck on that because that's what they see. That is what they see. Some people are going to say, well, Loki, that was only like a little tiny bit. No, that was this entire episode. White woman shows up with a van, convinces young black girl to get in the van, slams the van door shut, steals little black girl, and convinces little black girl that no one cares about her. No one cares about her because of the color of her skin. She has to convince this little black girl no one cares about her because of the color of her skin. And then a search party shows up. And they're looking for Beth Kane. They're looking for Beth Kane. They're not looking for her because no one cares about a little black girl. They're proud enough to say that on the show. Ain't no one looking for no little black kid. Because they were looking for Beth Kane. So I'm lost this morning. I'm at a loss. If this is what they see, ladies and gentlemen, if this is what they really see, and they're not just being paid to do this, they're not just being paid to push this, I feel very sorry for them. Because the world begins and ends with black and white to them. The world begins and ends in black and white. Do you know what I see when I wake up in the morning and I open my eyes? I see 1,000 different colors. I see a palette of colors and textures. An infinite number. Diversity on every level. That's what I see when I wake up in the morning. When I start my show and I hop in here and I talk to each and every one of you, I see a variety of people from a variety of places. And I see that because you are all different. We are all different. It doesn't end and begin in black and white. That's not what we are. That's not where we're from. It may be to them, but that's them. A lot of little minuscule nothings happened in this episode. And they know that. They know that. Their entire mission was to cover up their inadequacy. Oh my God, I can't talk this morning. What it comes down to, folks, is that's all they can see. It's black and white. Make sure you don't fall into that trap. Because that's what's happened to them. That's what's happened to these SJWs. That's what's happened to these activists, the writers, the actors, the people out there saying that this is the way it really is. They're wrong. That's not the way it is. Yeah, English. Thank you. That's not the way it is. Yeah, and the grumpy diabetic, thank you. The enemy is the one that tells you that you must hate that which is different from you. The IDIC, infinite diversity and infinite combinations. Yeah, Bulk and Larry. Robert England. They will not stop until they convince you that this is the way it is. What can you do? You can stand up and prove that that's not the way it is. See, they don't want to get out there and they don't want to do anything. They just want to tell you this is the way it is. They don't want to change anything. They want to convince you because they just want to give you the same rhetoric over and over and over again. They don't want to actually change anything. Well, we're changing things. Like writers like a Dig Outlaw. Writers like Kai. People that actually want to create something instead of tearing something down constantly. You know, I've completely changed the way I end a week because I don't want to tear something down all week and leave the week like that. I want to talk about something positive. I want to talk about good directors. I want to talk about good movies. I want to talk about things I enjoy. At the end of the week, that's what I want to do. Every Friday, I've dedicated every Friday to talking about something good, whether that be the best of directors series, whether that be a best of movie series, doesn't matter. Does not matter. No, Pat S., I don't think that'll help. I'm going to apologize for being born. What does that sound like? What does that sound like? Hail, humor, and waffles. Jedi Bill 797, good morning. Captain Spire. A father, a man, or a woman, but just black. They're taking the aspects that promote a person's values and drive and actually give accolades to skin color. Yes. Loki, sometimes your entire kingdom is the patch of dirt you're standing on. If we all did that together for each other. I believe it was Johnny Cash who said you can take my kingdom, my pile of dirt. Place that crown of thorns upon their liar's chair. Maybe, just maybe. No, I don't like Johnny Cash. Oh, so what did this episode of Batwahman teach us? Batwahman is an ist and a phobe. She's going to live above a lesbian bar because that's the only place she feels safe. Straight people. She doesn't like straight people. Wow. Okay. That's not being a phobe at all. White people don't care about black children. White heroes don't care about black children. No one goes looking for black kids when they're lost. No one cares to go looking for black kids when they're lost. Only Batwoman, black Batwoman. Snake bite is a new drug and has made people forget everything. I don't know where they're going with that. That'll be interesting. Beth Kane. Everyone looked for Beth Kane and cared about Beth Kane, and look how she turned out. Chris Persia, yes, it was 9 Inch Nails. Yes, it was 9 Inch Nails. Johnny Cash just did the cover for it. Yes. So. Yeah, 9 Inch Nails did hurt. I know. Latino Slant. Good morning, brother. And he said, Loki, this is an issue close to my heart. Thanks for the discussion. You are very welcome, sir. I hope that I was able to make some sense out of it. Because the way it is now, it doesn't make sense to me. Mexican Iron Man, I got disinvited from my Stanford Chicano Latino alumni group because I made Fandom Menace friends online. And when asked, I refused to sign a petition against my online gamer geek friends. Pick a side. Only cis deal in absolutes. Remember that. Remember that. That's something Obi-Wan taught us all a long time ago. Only cis deal in absolutes. And that's exactly how SJWs deal in absolutes. You either believe this and you go along with this, or you're the enemy. I had a beautiful Star Trek group that I worked with, that I made YouTube stuff for. And at the end of the day, how it all ended was social justice warrior bickering. And I left it to that because I wouldn't have anything to do with it. I left it and I walked it away. I walked away and I left it at that because I wasn't going to have anything to do with that. Star Trek taught me the IDIC, infinite diversity and infinite combinations. So far, all Batwoman has done is teach me about ists and obes and how they're right there in that show. Then when I was in the hospital, you know what? Valhalla and the Menace sent me gifts, love, prayers. Guess how many of my elite alumni buddies I spent years with reached out? 0. Not 1. No, I know Mexican Iron Man. Pat S., those of us who used our white privilege to become teachers sure did. Wasn't it our 19 years of teaching? I'm only making $42K a year. Guess the fact that I help tons of kids of all colors doesn't mean much. It doesn't. It doesn't. Do you know why? Pat S., do you know why it doesn't matter? Because they have to get rid of people like you that care. They have to get rid of people like you that care. I watched my father teach after he served this country as a pilot, as a Navy pilot. I watched my father teach for 20 years. I watched him teach and care about those kids. I watched him teach and I watched him care about those kids. At the end of the day, wasn't his mission to care. It wasn't his mission to teach. What they wanted was someone to point a finger at. That's all they wanted. Their message was the only one that mattered. We collectively need to stop calling them SJWs. They're not warriors. Yes. Only concerned with ruling through fear. No, I agree. And yes, God bless you, Pat S. Latino slant right there. God bless you, Pat. I dig Outlaw, the emulation of care. Wonder where I heard that. Yeah. Yes, sir. What can we do? What can we do? We can stand up. We can be heard. We can stand up, we can be heard, and we can prove that this is not the way it is. That what they're saying is not true. Social justice idiots. Yes. They ain't it? No, they aren't it. SJMs, social justice morons. The SJMs. Why don't we do that, Valhalla? SJMs, social justice morons. It's not justice either. It's the twisting of their facts that they believe, their truth. Because it's not the truth. Oh, I love it. James Andrew Morrison. We call them warriors for the same reason we call a tall person tiny or a bald person curly. I love it. SJM. What about SJMs? Social justice morons. Social SJL, social justice lemmings. So, snake bite, self-hate. It's about all there is to see in this episode. Nothing stood out. Nothing was spectacular. Psychodorf 9 with a $2 super chat. We can beat 10,000 pins against the sledgehammer and shatter the hammer. Yes, sir. Absolutely. And a special $2 for you, Psychodorf 9. Skull!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we will be back next week to see how much of a giant clusterfuck they can make next week too. Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. Sorry that it was just me this morning. I know that Eris of Chaos is still without power on this wonderfully white winter morning. I hope you all take care. Stay warm. Stay safe. Don't miss the Valkyries coming up in a little over an hour. They are going to have the wonderful Starry-Eyed Girl on. It is her birthday. Again, a big happy birthday to Starry-Eyed Girl. And Ensign Ricky says that's why people are voting with their wallets. The only way to hit them is where it hurts, their pockets. Look what happened to Chappelle. He got a show back in his name. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So everybody take care. Have a great one. And we will see you guys tomorrow.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.